Hey, what's happening? What's up? It's your boy Trust No in the building, and y'all already know what this is. We talking about the trucking game 101, you know what I'm saying? Last night we talked about uh the 18 wheelers.
Yeah,
Tonight
over the road.
we got
Yeah.
over the road, right? Tonight I definitely got another special guest that y'all want to meet. We got Mike in the building. Mike has been doing box trucks for how long, Mike?
Oh, going on 3 years now, man. Right,
About three
three
years.
years. Yeah, yeah,
Okay, so man,
three
tell them
years.
where you from, Mike, and tell
It-
them, you
it-
know what I'm saying? Tell them a little bit about yourself and
yes,
what made
sir.
you get started in the box trucks.
Yes, sir. I'm from Albany, Georgia. I mean, if you don't know where that is, that's like a little south of Atlanta. So that's near. I mean, that's the bottom below Macon. Over here, we near Tipton, over in those areas. But that's where I'm from. And yes, I've been going and doing it for 3 years. I wasn't forced into it. I did an retirement. I worked in the cable field like 30 years. That's what I did. I was
Nice.
direct sales rep for the cable field. And when the COVID came down, our department closed down. So they got rid of 219 people in my field. So my son, which is the number one trucking guy that was in this business, which is the one invited me to this night podcast tonight,
Yeah.
Thanks.
and yes, so I got in the business. He told me about it. He said, "Pop, I think you like this business." So I got a little information from him, which he found about someone else, and we kind of got a. I mean, not misled. I mean, I really appreciate it. I got it but
Thanks.
misled, but I think they heard it from somebody. But like I say, they only tell you the good part of it. They don't tell
Hey,
you the bad
I'm
part.
listening.
Okay. Okay. So where do you want me to start?
Tell them, hey,
Do you
tell them,
want me to
Desmond,
start
tell them,
with good or
look,
bad?
Desmond, tell
Huh?
them where
Yeah.
you got, tell them where you got some of that misleading information from.
Huh?
From
You know,
you
you can be
Well,
honest.
I
and
mean,
your boy right there. Them two right there. Them two
right,
right there.
right. I mean,
About
I
damn
ain't gonna
Kent
say it
and
was
damn
all
Dre.
What's
Hey,
that?
right.
so, I mean,
Putting in
tell
the
them the truth.
Amazon bubble.
Right. Oh, well, I'm not gonna say it misled. It just some of it wasn't as simple as it was
What it
as
was,
it
right?
seemed to be. I
Yeah.
mean, so I got into it. I had an early retirement. So you had an early retirement, and so you've been on the job that long. So you had something you can kind of move a little bit. So so I got into it, and really, I mean, it was all that it's spoke up to be. I mean, because they were mostly in the trucking
Uh,
business, so you got to look at Amazon. First of all the Amazon load through the box truck is one way. So you got to look at it. So when you get a load in anything, and I know y'all 53-footer guys know that you got to get some coming back. So, but in Amazon, all of their load is one way. So you got to look at it. You getting a load from there, and it's only going that way. I mean, so other words, so you're not getting nothing coming back. So you got to look at the load. So if that load paying $3.50 a mile from Amazon load board. So you're really not making $1.25 a mile if you don't have nothing to come back. So I mean, so we got to look at that. And a number one thing in Amazon that we should have known more about is keeping that score, that
Okay.
Amazon score, keeping that your score up. That means the lower your score go down, that's about the next $50 you lose per load. So your score 100 and it go to like 92. That's like you done got a $400 load that done went down to 350 now because your score done went down. And then the lower it go, the less money you make because not because you gonna see it that price, because by the time you do see it, that's what it's going to be because you are not having the score. And that's your number one thing to work in there, get that load and keep, a good score with Amazon. Keep a good score and just look at it like, hey, and another thing, I got to get this out.
Hey,
That
hold on. Can
low
I
boy.
stop you real quick and ask a question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
For the people that don't know, when you saying like you telling them like, hey, if your score drop, you losing money.
Right.
What does that mean? I mean, I know what it means, but for the viewers and the audience that's listening and the people that's watching the stream right now, could you
Right.
explain to them
I
what
heard
that means when the
I
score
heard something
drops?
before I got off.
Oh,
Before
what
I
happened?
got kicked off.
What
Yeah,
happened?
but
I
but
don't
right
know.
now he's
Something
explaining. No, he's explaining the bar
You
truck
talking
game
about the
with
score? Hold
Amazon.
on. Let him say what he got to say about the score.
Yes.
Yeah, so
About
tell us
this.
about the score when the score drops.
Right. See, Amazon got a scoring system based on your performance, and it two step is performer, disruption free, app free. I mean, the fourth step, I can't think of the fourth one right now, but they base your performance. I
Performance.
mean, your score by that,
And
and based on,
if
I
that
mean,
score,
right, and the better your score is,
the
you be
more
the
access
first
that
one
you
that
have.
see the best load. The lower
Facts.
your score, I mean, right. But yeah, I mean,
Facts.
you just really out of it. I mean, you just cut low of it. I mean, the best way I can explain it now. And that's what mostly on that Amazon. That's what I mean about that score. So you
Right.
gotta try to keep your score, and you'll be able to see low, post your truck, and really when it get down to peak season, you can put in $455 for posted truck, and based on your score, you be the first one there to have an
Get access
opportunity
to
to
the
get
load.
it for that. Right. And
Correct.
right. And that I didn't know until I got in mostly in that. We were just getting low, and that based on rejecting loads. I mean, you go in there and see a load and say, oh man, I can't get that load. I done missed that load. And that based on your score. You don't know how bad that affect your score if you don't know those things
So what?
about getting the box up.
So basically, what you just said was, if a person rejects a load, that can also affect your score as well.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's one of the big things about who reject that load, and it based on what time you reject that load. If you reject it 6 hours
Before
before
facts.
receiving a load, you can lose as like one time or two time this score. But if you reject that joker within 45 minutes of pickup, it'll be 6 times the score. So you'll have a 100 by the time you reject that with one load. It'll be a D mileage by then, bro.
Have you ever had any instances where you had to reject a load or your score went down
Oh
and
yes, sir. Yes, sir. But none of the, I mean, mostly none of them wasn't really my fault. And
like and unforeseen circumstances like
right,
right,
right.
a driver, it might have been where you driving the truck or you had a driver that he might have had a personal issue at the house and you couldn't get
No,
to the load.
no, I had an incident like this not too long ago. Amazon really got stricken. I mean, if anybody been doing Amazon, they know about years ago that Amazon never did really ask for a physical card at the gate. So one night, my drivers goes in Jasonville, go at the gate, and they asked him for his driver license and a physical card, and he freaked out. He didn't know what to do. But what really saved me, he was 45 minutes early. So soon as
Okay.
we got in there in the gate, he didn't have his card. So they told him he couldn't enter the facility. So he entered out, but I had 45 minutes to get another driver. So one in the Amazon Tom, they call them the Tom, whatever they are, they
Facts.
went on and reject that load. I mean, I got to take care of, but anybody knows that they're dealing with Amazon. When you lose that point, it ain't like getting on the phone and calling somebody and say, hey, can you take care of that for me, please? No, sir, it's not going to work like that. So you got to put in a dispute. So I know for a fact my score was a 100. After that incident, it was a D minus, bro. Went to a D minus. So the lows I was seeing for $3.50 a mile, I never did see them no more.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Until, man, it took them about 7 days to take care of that.
Okay, so once that score drops, they might stretch you out to about 7 days before you can pick back up, or does the score change, or how
right. I mean, right. I had to put in a dispute, and I had a legitimate dispute, so I was able to.
Oh, you was able to fix it, but if you don't have a legitimate dispute, what happened?
Man, it takes up to 6 weeks before that score get up, and it's based on how many loads you do between that time.
So so basically, what you telling me? Listen to what he's saying. I want the viewers that's watching. I want y'all to hear what he's saying and hear him clearly. You just told me you got 100 score, right? So due to an unforeseen circumstance, like you said, your driver went to the gate. He didn't have the proper identification.
Right.
Okay, cool. Luckily, granted that he got there 45 minutes earlier.
Right.
Now, all month you've been doing great, getting your money on $3.50 a mile. You doing great.
Right.
Due to one circumstance,
right.
You had a legitimate dispute.
Right.
So it still took 7 days to handle that dispute. Correct.
Right.
Okay. Right. Boom. Now, if you didn't have a legitimate dispute, you telling the viewers that it'll take up to 6 weeks before they can correct your score. So during that period, a 6-week period, you got the driver, he got a family, he trying to make his check every week. He got a brand new baby on the way. He might have just bought a mortgage. He got a new car. He will not be making the same money until they fix whatever that problem was.
Well, yes, I mean, he have to work himself back up to the score. It just won't drop back up from a D minus to an 8. So you see what I'm saying? So other words, he have to do more load
to get right.
Right. So other words, if he don't do no more jobs between that time, it's gonna jump from a D minus to an A plus. But now, not saying that he won't make the same amount of money, but he have to work harder for it. He will have to probably get loads that going out a little further distant because his score is lower now. So you see what I'm saying? But if he had
like you spending more on gas and travel.
Right. For the whole reason why I'm talking on this conversation is if he had an A plus, that's some of the stuff he wouldn't have to worry about. That's what I'm saying, that you need to focus on keeping a higher score. Once you learn how to do that, and then Amazon, you will figure how to work it out. And you got to learn the money. Look at the miles, not the dollar sign of the job. Stop. A lot of these young guys come in and they look at, they're paying $800. But you're not paying $800, but 340 miles for them $800, and it's a lot of cutthroat.
Like when you say, hold on, when you say cutthroat, explain that.
Right. Cutthroat, what I mean, and it's bad in some area. I'm gonna be honest, especially in Atlanta.
Now, what area you running? I heard you say Jacksonville. You running in Atlanta and Jacksonville? You just running out of Jacksonville?
See, Albany, my area, I'm in the middle of both.
I got you.
I'm still right at 200 miles from here to Jacksonville, and I'm still 200 miles from here to Atlanta.
Okay.
So
you in the middle,
right?
So you might go this way.
But Jacksonville is better traffic. I can tell you that than Atlanta. But I do Jacksonville more than I do Atlanta. I started in Atlanta. I worked in the Atlanta area when I started.
But you said Atlanta was too cutthroat for you.
No, Jacksonville is too. Also, what I mean cutthroat, I mean, they got to realize a lot of people doing this Amazon is not really looking at the money. I done the math. I mean, so you losing money if you taking them low less than $2.50 a mile. I
And
don't
that,
care where you live.
I had a question. No, I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you out, but I had a question too.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and when you were doing it, well, I know you still in the box trucks. It's a difference between renting the trucks versus owning the trucks based off what you're saying. With the
Well,
making money, you think it's best to rent the truck or do you think it's best to own the truck?
well, it's according where you renting it for and what you getting it for. I mean, now, mine's not. I bought my truck.
Yeah, right. So you in the game, you
in a
winning.
whole different situation.
Ken,
So
when we were doing
I
it,
bought my truck.
when we were renting the trucks, what we were paying a week per truck?
I was paying $1,053.
1,053, and then with the gas.
The gas was pretty much almost the same because we had multiple trucks.
So you talking right? So
Yeah.
and with the driver pay, that's without the driver pay.
Yeah, that's without the driver pay.
So with renting a truck? That's Mike. The question is, you think it's best, like based off what he just said, without the driver pay, just knowing what you know with the mileage and renting the truck versus owning the truck, what would be the best option if I'm a new person, I done seen somebody selling a course online and they're telling me, hey, you can make this money. I'm gonna show you how to make this money. What would be a good option for that person to go with? Owning a truck or renting a truck?
Well, it based on what your plan is with the truck. If you plan to be in business for a minute, I mean, so you saying, hey, I'm gonna be a box truck man here. I'm gonna just go ahead and just buy me a truck, yes, and I buy me a good truck and I can get a good deal on one, I would do that. But
owning, you said owning versus renting?
Right. But if you just saying, hey, I want to get in here to just make some money, right quick, do it for a season or two, you'll be better off leasing it.
So you still saying don't rent it, lease it?
Right. I mean, it's about the same. I have done neither one.
Okay, right. You an owner, so you bossed
out. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. I hadn't did neither one, but I have heard guys are doing it. Most of the guys that partners with me, they buying their truck.
Correct. So Kent, the question is, like I asked Mike, based off your experience and what you know and what you done seen, what you done been through in the past, what is the best option? Renting, leasing, or purchasing?
Of course, I'm gonna say buying a truck.
Facts.
For the simple fact that, okay, so I think we was pulling in probably about 15 to 20 a month with Amazon.
Correct.
So you got to figure if I'm paying 900, I'm paying about 4,000 a month. You know, so that 20,000.
Is that for one truck or?
No, that was for the multiple trucks. We had 3, then we had 4 at one time.
Okay.
Yeah, so paying a lot of stuff was going towards rental, you know. So it's best to, if you're gonna be in the game, it's best to buy the truck, because you take maybe a box truck probably running about about $1,200 a month. Let's just say it's $1,200 a month. That's over $3,000 that's going back into the pot.
Yeah.
Versus giving it away. I mean, the only thing good about the rental or leasing is that if something happened to it, you got somebody to call to come fix it. That's not coming out your pocket.
Right.
That's the only pro about that. And then I was listening to Mike about how Amazon is not forgiving about anything.
Right.
So if you break down out there,
yeah,
and you own the truck, that means you have to pay for the repair, to tow it to where it's got to go. Then
right.
Amazon still want their mail delivered if you
right.
have to put it on your back and take
right.
it on. to where you gotta go. So they're not gonna be forgiving about that.
Right.
So you got to look at those two options, but the best thing is to buy a truck if you're gonna be in the game with Amazon, because they not. I had a couple mishaps with Amazon because I kept a perfect score of 100. See, I went undercover when I first started wanting to do Amazon. So I went and saw the layout, how they run their thing, and how Amazon is. Basically, I studied Amazon. I didn't study anything else.
Correct. Not cutting you off. I would like for you to like talk to the viewers and like what you and Mike were just explaining about how this whole thing came about. When you went in and seen the system, you started off actually as an employee for another.
Right. So
could you tell us how that went?
Yeah. Okay. So, but I'm gonna finish with what I was going on before you cut me off. I had a mishap. So I had a truck up in North Carolina, right? And it was going from Raleigh, Durham to Roanoke, Virginia. Now, like I said, you have to keep a perfect score with them if you want to do anything.
Right.
They gave me 5 minutes to make it from Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina to Roanoke, Virginia.
Cool.
Dang.
How can that be my fault?
All right.
It knocked me out for 6 weeks.
Cool.
Did you just say that?
It knocked me out for 6 weeks. I had to, like you said, it's nobody to call to fix it and all that. So I ended up having to shoot a lot of emails, and I started telling them, "Look, you affecting my business."
Exactly.
You know, with something that's on your part, you could clearly see that we're not gonna make it to no Roanoke in no 5 minutes.
Right.
They had my pickup at 12 and the delivery at 12:05.
Cool. I know it, man. Yeah. Hey, man. I know it. It's no joke.
So yeah, it took a while. But back to what the question that Dre had for me was, so when I first started, I went and worked for a company. You know, I went and worked for a company. I found a company that was doing Amazon. And so I went and got a job with them, of course, just to see how their system was and what steps you have to take as far as checking in, picking up, and doing the deliveries. So while I was doing those, I wanted to implement a system that I had, which was learning the people at Amazon is the key. Learning those people that check you in, being friends and all that. So they started allowing me to come a couple hours early because I knew what time they started staging for certain blocks. I knew what time they were staging for those. So I'll be right there when they staging. So the key to Amazon, you have to stay ahead of their clock.
Right.
You have to stay ahead of them.
Exactly.
And another thing that while I was doing that, so I just started figuring out, okay, it's just simple stuff like the non-cons.
Right.
I had them in a box. You know what I'm saying? I had them in a box. If it go, let's just say I'm going to Tennessee, Alabama, and North Carolina. I had all the non-cons that go to Tennessee in a box with that. So it's all about cutting the time.
Right.
You have to slice the time as much as you can. And a valuable piece of information that I did learn about Amazon is not to use their map.
No, right, exactly. Do not use that navigation.
Question
do not use their GPS.
I got a question. Real quick. For the viewers? This is for the viewers. Like I know the answer, but I'm saying, why wouldn't you use their maps?
I was getting ready to explain that. Okay, so let's just say I got to go to Tennessee. Amazon want me to be there at 1:10. I picked up my stuff early. Picked it up at 11. No, let's say I picked it up at 10. So where I'm going is an hour and a half away. So I'm going to arrive there about 12:10. I know this from Google. And I'm going to arrive there at 12:10, but Amazon really want me to be there at 110. So what Amazon is going to do is route me around, let me drive around a little bit until it's time for me to really be there. Then to guide me over to where I gotta go.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
We learned. I mean, didn't we
I
learn
learned
that
that
right
map.
there?
I learned that map is just like FedEx home delivery map. They do it. They got their map system like a mail delivery. Cause they're gonna make sure you be on the right side at all times. So that's why they route you like that. They route you like a mail delivery, and that's how
Yeah,
they don't
yeah,
know what they're doing, man.
yeah. Because
That's
it's
Right.
like
too far. It's too far to do that.
if I know I'm going to Atlanta, right? I know to get
Yeah.
on 85 and go straight down 85, and I'm going to end up in Atlanta.
Right.
If I was doing that Amazon route, the Amazon route is going to take me way over on 285, 75.
Right.
Yeah.
Then it's going to bring me back around where I'll be at this place at a certain time.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was one of the keys to keeping my score up. Getting there early, staying ahead of the clock, and not using a map. Using
Yeah.
my own Google map. I put the address in there, and then I go straight there. And then another thing to save time was that I would put all my non-cons with that particular post office that I was delivering to. Instead, because I watch people
Just
go
put
in.
in one big box. Just put in one big box. Huh?
Yeah, but it's going to that one thing. So when you get to that post office, you letting that whole box off. I take the label off and I stick it
Yeah.
on the front of the box. So
Right.
that way I'm just scanning that one box.
Yeah.
I watch
I do
people
the
just
same
throw.
thing.
I watch people just throw that in the back of the truck. So what tends to happen is while you driving, all that stuff's going to get mixed up. So each stop you get to, you're going to have to go back there, sort those out, and
Yep.
then put it. And Amazon, once you hit the location, you really got only 15 minutes max to get it offloaded.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
you have to learn, when you're looking at these loads, you have to learn which post office is which and how they operate too. Like I had one in Greenville. I met the guy in there. He told me that he lived 5 minutes away. He gave me a cell phone number. He said,
cool.
Yeah, when you're getting ready to head up here, and when you get to Washington, which is the exit, give me a call, and I'll meet you over there and offload it, because they happy too. You know, it's post office where they got employees in there that's just working Amazon stuff.
Right.
So if they can get in there and get their job done, they could go home. So they appreciated me being there early.
Right.
Yeah. So
good deal.
So the key to it is to stay ahead of Amazon.
Right.
Yeah, as long as you stay ahead of them, you'll be fine with them.
Right.
As far as keeping your score.
Exactly.
You have to keep the score. If you don't keep this, if that mug drop, your money is gonna drop.
Yeah, it is.
Plain and simple. And like I said, they're not forgiving at all. They don't care what happens.
No.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
They can't even speak English when you call them, man. You don't even know what they talking about.
You can hit Bledsoe's mama out there in the truck and stop it to give her CPR, and he gonna say, "Well, I'm dropping your score. You should have left my mama where she was at."
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you got to realize it's not a human being doing it; it's a machine. I mean, that time ain't right. Just like he said, he had a pickup at 12. And he needed to be 300-something miles in 5 minutes. So, I mean, that was automatic screw up. But it's automatic going to take your score down. So you'll say, hey, man, I didn't know I can't do that. Someone need to hit a button and straighten that out right now. But it don't work like that with Amazon. That's what we're saying. And that's what he means, that you got to be on top of it. You got to be on head. You got to be up. But see, like the 2 hours and the hours ahead of time, so they don't do that no more. They don't.
I know.
Hold on. What you said they don't do no more any longer?
Let you come in early.
There like an hour and 2 hours and ahead of time.
They don't do that no more?
because they told me a lot of them, they let them come an hour and 2 hours ahead of time. But if some of the package is not ready, they need to wait. And some of the guys are start a big mess. So they cut that out. They cut it out in Tysonville, and I know they cut it out in Union City. So I know they did because I still work those.
So my question is, now with them, like you said, they don't let you come in early no more. This is the question for the viewers. I know the answer, but my question for the viewers is, being that they don't allow you to come in early any longer, could that possibly affect a new driver just starting out, just starting his business? He just rented this truck. He's ready to get some money. Could that affect him from being prosperous?
Oh, well, let me rephrase that. But just like Ken said.
Both of you guys answer that.
Right. Well, just like he said, and I'm going to be finished with, he probably got a hookup. He probably knows someone that can let him come in early.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
have
what
it
I said.
like
You gotta go there and make friends.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta go there and make friends, because I might be able to get in, but the next guy,
he might not be a people person.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
I'm a people person.
Not gonna let him in.
I mean, I just don't have it. I don't know what's going on. They must don't like my face, bro.
And another thing is, you have to be prepared. When you leave Amazon, you got to be ready to go where you're going. It ain't no stopping at the racetrack, getting some coffee.
No.
All that. That's why I had my people, when they finished the route, they had to go back and fill up the truck.
Right.
So, and I would tell them, whatever you got to do it before you get to Amazon. If you need some coffee, get you some coffee before you go in there. Because once you sign in, you was on the clock. Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah, he is right. Very important.
Yeah, it's like basically, Desmond, like, let's say we got to take a drug test or something, and you go in there and get the paper, they giving you a 2-hour window to take that drug test. So it's similar to that. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like
once you sign in,
once you go through that gate,
the clock starts running.
You have to have everything you need. If you need snacks, whatever you're gonna have to have that before you get your card and they scan you.
Right.
Because once they scan you, it's all about
time
moving until you get that stuff done. So like when I come in early, that means if I drop off at this post office, then I gain, by the time I'm finished, I've been on gain 2 whole hours. I'm done 2 hours earlier than what Amazon designed me to be done. Because each one of those post offices, I'm gonna gain some more time.
Right.
And then that goes back to when you booking these loads. You got to know which post office that you booking for.
Right.
Because you got some post offices not gonna open up
until it's time.
They gonna come in late and all that. So those, I don't care how much they paying. I'm not going
like
there.
Fort Valley, Fort Valley.
Right.
I'm not going there.
Right.
Fort Valley is not. They can pay whatever they want to. These trucks is not going to Fort Valley.
So I got a question.
Yeah.
Based off of what you guys just said, like he just specifically named, let's say Fort Valley. We know Fort Valley gonna probably have a top-notch load paying X amount of dollars. But if you don't know, like I'm new to this, so I just started my business. I'm in Albany. Fort Valley got a great load. If I don't know how Fort Valley operates, and I know that they may be late, it's a chance that I can't get in on time.
Right. See, what Dad was saying, that Fort Valley load will leave at 10:30. And so you look at the load board booking that load at 10:30. So you saying, okay, I'm getting the early load. I'm getting it at 10:30. I can get to Fort Valley at 11:30, 12:30, be back home about 3:30. No, it's not going to work. See, you need to know that Fort Valley is not going to open till 3:30. Now you got enough time to look for higher loads that are messing with that 10:30 load. Now you can get another load that you know that the city, Perry open all the time.
My key
So
was,
now you can wait on a ferry load to get that way.
My key was to really go to those post offices that had the Connex box out there.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? That's 24 hours. You got the code. All the codes was the same for each box.
It takes time to learn that, though. I mean, if you knew, you ain't gonna never know that.
That's why I'm finna.
Right.
See, because I had.
Finish what you were saying.
I did R&R with my people.
Right.
When I had.
Could you explain to the, not cutting you out? Could you explain to the viewers what is R&R? Because like, hold on, I just want y'all to understand that everybody in this space right here, we know what's going on.
Yeah, I was
got a select few of people that's watching. They don't know the terminology. So could you explain what R&R is?
What I mean by that? Okay, so
hold on, y'all.
This new post office popped up on there, and let's say it's Augusta. So I booked this load to Augusta. I send my driver there. Once he go there and he come back, I'm gonna question him about how was that post office? Was it open when you got there? How was the people in there? Did they have a Connex box outside?
Okay.
That way, so I make a note of when I'm looking for these loads that, okay, I'm gonna pick this location because I know that they have a Connex box. You just have to sit down and talk to the driver and get whatever information you can from them about that specific spot. So it's like they're gonna tell me, oh, it had a Connex box, and he was able to put it in there and keep it moving. He didn't have to go into the post office. See, and that's another thing. You got some of the post office have doors that's smaller than the pallet that you got. So some I think it's Gary, South Carolina. You have to unload the pallet outside the door to take it into the post office. Homer, you have to unload the pallet outside and put it in the other carts they have that'll fit through that door.
Yeah.
So for a new driver going there thinking that he's just gonna be able to take these pallets off of there and run it in there, that's a rude awakening.
Yeah.
I think it's Carswell, South Carolina. They dock is so low. I mean, it's so high. The box truck don't even fit in the parking lot. So they got this cart with a piece of plywood. You have to put it on that cart. You have to push it out on that cart and push that cart up to the dock door, and then use the other fork, the pallet jack, to take it off of there.
What? Good Lord.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
All right. So what the name of that city again?
That's South Carolina. That's Carswell. I think it's called Carswell.
Hey, but look, bro. And I'm gonna show y'all, like, for the viewers and the people
it's so low. It's designed for the small mail truck.
Yeah.
It's not designed for the 26 footer. Then the parking lot, you can't back into the dock door. You have to just back in there. And that's why I said they got this cart out there and a piece of plywood. You putting that on top of it. Then you got to move it over to there. I said, no, we never go there again. And they paid a lot of money because the people don't know once they get there. And all this affect that time that you're trying to get back from Amazon.
Yeah, and I want to ask the question.
Yeah.
They got a new regulation now with Amazon. You have to have your DOT number for 180 days now before you even get in. Do you think that is a good thing or a bad thing?
I mean, I think it's good. I think it's good for the simple fact is because we had our own DOT number, right? So the reason why I was using Amazon for people when I started their truck business is because you get your DOT on Tuesday, you can sign up for Amazon Tuesday too, and be ready to roll after they clear you Wednesday.
Yeah.
And so that's why the rates are so low.
Yeah, that's why I figured. Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody figuring that out. Oh shit, let's get the truck.
Jumping on.
We can start with Amazon by the weekend. So a lot of those people are going in there. If they put some kind of stipulation on that, then it'll bring the rates back up.
Right.
Because you got people that's got to wait. So it won't be a bunch of people trying to get these lows. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I figured.
Go to Amazon. Yeah.
Right.
So for the viewers
answer.
The viewers that's watching, if this new regulation saying you got to wait 180 days, that's 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So that will protect the guys that's already in the system so they can still manage and run their companies.
Right.
For the new guys with these new regulations, would it affect them being able to make top dollar, or they'll be making minimal dollar? Or could you explain to them?
If they watch this show, they will know. You know, if they watch this show, they would know some of the problems they'll get into. So they need to do their homework before they get into it.
It's basically like
exactly.
It's basically like the semi. You can't just go grab a semi and just run on out there the next day.
Right, because you gotta wait. You gotta wait. What is it? It was 6 months too, right?
Yeah.
Before they start booking the prop. Like when we first got our authority, they was giving us, like, we didn't even have a trailer. That's we're gonna talk about that on another show. Okay, here go the other guy right here. We gonna that's like when we first got the authority. When you what's up, Alex? Everybody say hi to Alex. That's Alex.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, so when we bought the truck, we didn't have a trailer. So we had to do drive-outs. And a drive-out trailer is similar to what y'all describing with the Amazon. They are just giving us bare minimum loads, enough to, I guess, survive off of. So that's what y'all saying.
No, not actuality, no. That's why, when I do the seminars, when you come into truck game, you got to come in with everything from the back. If we talking about semis, okay, because you have to build these brokers up. They're in tiers. So 6 months. I mean, when you first start out, there's a few companies that's gonna let you go ahead and pull for them, which is like TQL, Landstar. What's the other one? It's another one.
CR England.
They'll let you start out on the back. Start out on the back. So 6 months from there, there's a few other more companies that's gonna let you pull their loads.
Right.
12 months, then they're gonna sprinkle in a little bit more. So when you get to 2 years, you should be able to pull whatever load, whatever brokers that you have. So it's a building process. So what you gotta learn that
we losing a lot of money.
When they come in, when they come
18 with
when they coming into the game, they have to come in there with everything. If you come in there with the front of the semi, you might as well come in there with a car, because that's all that is. Now they got this thing called loadout trailers. Yeah, it's where they want you to deliver a trailer for them. They're gonna allow you to use it for like 7 days.
So listen to what he's saying.
So for a fraction of the price.
Yeah, they're gonna pay you like $50 to deliver it to Texas. Okay, so I pick it up in Atlanta. They give me 7 days to deliver this trailer in Texas. So your first load, you're gonna make some money off your first load, right? Because you just picked up the trailer. But that second one, on to the time, those 7 days, you out here trying to get to Texas. Sometimes you might get lucky, you find a load that's gonna go out there so you can deliver this trailer, and then sometimes you're not. So what happens with these people that don't come in with all equipment is that they spend a lot of money in fuel, deadhead, not making any money, because they have to get that trailer. They have to get that trailer to where it's gotta go.
Right.
We started out like that, and we had discussions all the time. Man, we ain't making no money. I said, yeah, I know.
So look,
I know.
No power on loads don't pay.
Basically, right.
Yeah,
so what we're gonna do is, because that's gonna be a whole other show. Let's stay within the box trucks on this one. But he was just giving y'all a basic synopsis of how it goes. But yo, y'all the team. We gonna come back. We just want to give the audience everything they need. Well, not everything, but we want to give them enough to know how the box truck game
This is
is.
LTL. This is
Right.
LTL.
So
This is
I
all
got
about
Alex.
LTL.
Alex has a couple questions because he's actually interested in purchasing a box truck, and he doesn't know whether he wants to do Amazon or he just want to do regular brokers. Alex, you can ask the
No,
questions. Mike is the guy. Ken is the guy. You
He
can
said
ask him
no.
any question you want
no,
about box trucks.
no. Yeah, basically, my thing is no. I'm trying to basically figure out. It ain't if it's Amazon or if it's regular, different freight. It's the fact of I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and get a tractor or if I want to get a box truck. That's what the
Okay, all right. So
yeah
I'm
that's that yeah
miscommunication.
that's
I got you.
Oh,
that's
that's
pretty much.
easy.
That
That's
falls
easy.
under what I was just talking about.
Right.
So you can continue on then.
Yeah. Okay. So Alex,
Yes.
all our trials and tribulations that we went through out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like when your dad trying to give you the right path. He don't want you to go down there with the bear. He wants you to go over here where it's safe. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
if you plan on getting a tractor, if you plan on just getting the tractor, you got to find a way to get the trailer when you get
Oh
ready
no
to
no
start.
no 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 no. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure. I'm gonna get. I have a tractor and trailer, but I'm trying to
Okay.
figure
Well,
out.
he drive.
I'm
Guys,
trying
give me a
to.
second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been driving since 2007,
Okay.
and I was just piggybacking off of what you were saying because I done been through all the scenarios. I've driven. I've driven from major corporation companies
Mm-hmm.
to owner
Independent contractor.
operators, independent drivers. I've driven everything from from flatbed to reefer to van, just all the all the different combinations of possibilities of the semi game. But my thing is that I'm trying to figure out which lane I want to take. If if it's less overhead dealing with, well, obviously it may be less overhead dealing with box trucks. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because all I know is driving my experience with driving the tractor trailers and also hot shot. And I've done all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've done all that before for others. But my thing is it's coming down to the
You
point
want
to
to
where
know.
I
Gotta know
have too much knowledge. I have
to
too much
not have
knowledge.
your.
Yes, I have too much knowledge not to, you know, as far as, like I said, I've been through so many different scenarios, dealing with it, but, and I've also been in the box truck as well. You feel what I'm saying? Cause I started out with the, delivering in the vans, and then I moved to the box trucks, and then I moved to the track trailers, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Okay.
I've done it all, from the Sprinter vans all the way up. So it's just a simple fact,
What you want?
obviously.
Basically, your question is, what should you do with the tractor now? Is that
Yeah,
what
yeah,
you're trying to ask? Okay.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, if I'm gonna go with the tractor, which route, which route should I take? I've been thinking about several options. I've talked to. I got a million partners that drive trucks. People I know, but
Let
I
me
just want to
let me
know
give you
from
let me give you an option to think about.
Yeah,
Drive away, which you have in your own semi. That's carrying the piggyback trucks.
yeah. I know. Yeah, I had a partner that he done that for years.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Where
So
they have all the it's like you bobtailing, and then you go pick up tractors from
yeah.
or you may fly to California, and yeah, when I get to California, I catch an Uber to the dealership, pick
Yeah.
up the piggyback tractors, and drive them back wherever they gotta go, and then
Yeah.
you go from there and keep
You can do
going.
that. You can do that having your own tractor. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Look at that. Look at that option with your having your own tractor. So that's going to eliminate the trailer part, and that's going to eliminate you sitting at somebody's dock door.
Right.
I've been out since 2005 myself, and that's like the retirement truck job, basically.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's what
Because
I do now. I'm on my way to California now.
Right.
Yeah, my boy, he do that. He an older guy. He used to be. I used to work with him, and then I started, respecting his knowledge as like a mentor. I was like, he much older than me, so I could learn. I could learn some, learn some game from him, and
Yeah.
and that's pretty much what he was doing. But he was actually working for the companies, where he was telling me, oh, you go get you a little small car or something,
Yeah.
and you may drive to where you got to go pick up at, but you may
Yeah.
pick up different equipment, not just semi. So,
Yeah.
so when you
Okay.
said drive away, I've heard of that before, but I didn't know what it
But
was.
they hire own operators, people with
Okay.
their truck. Yeah. So
Okay.
you getting paid for each one of those trucks that you pull.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I've actually been thinking about doing, is going ahead and purchasing me a tractor and doing it that way. Because right now I work for truck movers, and I got a truck out there now. I got a day cab I brought out of Tennessee. I'm taking it to California.
I
So
already heard of them before too.
yeah, once I get there, I just grab my suitcase and go on about my business. So it's a relaxed job for me. Because I don't have some horror stories sitting inside the dock doors, man. I sit in the dock door for 24 hours one time.
Cool.
Tell the audience one of your horror stories.
Which one
Hey,
you want to hear?
I need a horror story from you too. Go.
Yeah.
Well, Alex, I need a horror story.
Okay.
Yeah. Which one you want to hear?
We're gonna start with Kenton.
Which one you want to hear?
Hey, just something. Just give us an Amazon horror story, since we mainly talking about box trucks. So
yeah, we're on LTL. We're on LTL.
LTL.
Yeah,
we got other shows. We got so many shows. We got so much to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about.
My horror score was keeping that score together.
Right.
Okay, tell the audience, like, just give them a story, whether it was your first time. Oh, well, that was a horror story, but give us another one. Just
yeah. So, another thing, when going back to Amazon and keeping that score, you have to get, when I got drivers, I wanted to know what their goals was. What y'all want to do? Do you just want to drive for me? If you just want to drive for me, I really don't want you. Because what happens is they don't care like you care about what's going on. They don't care about your score. When I run across somebody that's asking me how to get started, them the people I want, because they're gonna sit here and listen and learn what I teach them about the job. They're gonna try to do it. They're gonna try to do it exactly the way I do it. I don't know if you remember. You remember that video I sent you about them guys?
Which one?
They was in racetrack. They was just in there hanging out.
Oh yeah. That when you first ever was doing.
Yeah. So we stopped. We got to Amazon at the same time. They was in there like gagging, talking. So I heard we got my stuff, and then they left before I did. And when I went past, because I wasn't doing Amazon, it was my drivers. Right. I'm the type of person who will pop up on you. Yeah, I'll pop up on you because I know your route, I know where you're going, so I'll pop up on you. I want to just come out there and show them that I'm not just sitting at home. I'm right along with y'all. I get out there and help them load the trucks, all this. So that particular night, I had some people in there. We don't went in there. They don't got all loaded and everything, and they went on ahead and shot out. These other two, they was in there playing around, so they finally got loaded. So I leave out of there. Now they at the racetrack. They just hanging out. So I'm filming all this stuff. I'm filming this.
Thanks.
So when I get with my people, I send everybody a video. They like, what is this for? I said, this is what not to do. I said, these are people that was along the side of y'all was loading up. See that's what I mean. If you want coffee, whatever you want, get it before you get to that gate. You know what I'm saying? Do all what you gonna do. But it was like these people didn't take the job serious. So they probably not the owners of the company. It's probably somebody like us, thinking that they doing what they supposed to do. They don't care about your score.
Right.
And it's not really going to affect them. It's going to affect them money-wise, but everybody, it's a lot of Amazon people out there. They
Right.
get
They'll
hired.
go to the next one. They'll go to
Yeah.
the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yep.
they go to the next one and just leave you sitting
Right.
there with a D- or
Yeah.
verge of being kicked out of
Exactly
Amazon.
right.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
So,
exactly right.
Those were mainly the horror stories because I had got with a person and he stopped every truck stop along the way.
Dang.
He getting the coffee from here. He getting the donut from this one. He getting some cigarettes from this one. You know what I'm saying?
That load ain't gonna never get there.
He even
Yeah.
went and had breakfast.
Yeah, you can't you can't
Yeah.
make money in no truck stop.
Yeah.
No,
No.
you can't, man. Not
No.
even with an 18 wheeler. You know what I'm saying?
I had one. Okay, I had one. So that was what was the guy's name with Jabari?
Right.
What was his man's name? The one that started with him? Akeem.
Right. Facts.
Okay, so I had Darrell training him. Darrell called me. He's like, "Cuz, man, he over here driving this truck about 45 miles an hour. You know, he got to get to Augusta, right?" And so I saw them at the Amazon. I helped them load and everything. When I left Amazon, I went on to Augusta. I was already there. So when they pulled in, he was talking to me the whole time, but I ain't say I was in Augusta. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when he pulled in, he came creeping around the corner and all the other shit, you know, and he backed in to the dock. So when he got out the truck and came to the dock, I was already standing back there. And he like, did we just see you at Jefferson? I said, yeah, you see me at Jefferson. And I said, what's the issue with the truck? You uncomfortable with driving it, or just let me know what's going on. And my after they left that facility, my cousin like, see, you never know where he gonna be at, and he was like, he had to tell the dude, slow down now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, he probably was on the phone.
Yeah, you got to slow down a little bit. But yeah, I would.
Yeah.
That was a part of being a owner and having people up under you, and because you got to let them know that we partners.
Right.
This is a partner thing. You're not my employee. I never called them employees or nothing like that.
Well, should a person with an Amazon contract, should they depend on Amazon for they
No. See, that's another issue, a mistake that was in the beginning.
So they should be using the DAT board or something like that.
The way Amazon is designed, they routes only pay one way.
Right.
Yeah.
So like when you get to Jacksonville and you don't drop to load, that means you got a deadhead all the way back.
Right.
So if you have somewhere where you can look at some loads, and actually direct freight load board way better than that when it comes to the box truck, the hot shot.
So direct freight.
Yeah.
That means straight from the from like Amazon board.
That's the name of that load board, and it's
right.
Oh, it's a load board called direct freight.
Yeah, it's geared. It's geared to like.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Make sure you write it down.
Now, and you see, and see how this is a vet that's in this chat right now, and Mike say he owns his company, and this man is still taking notes. So I want y'all viewers to pay attention to what's going on. You don't know everything. You may think you know everything, but it's always room to learn. And
you can never know. You can never know everything about trucking. I mean,
not at all.
So
I'm just learning, man.
Because you can know everything about how to run it, but you might not know everything about how to drive.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Or vice versa.
Or troubleshoot when you're in situations out on the road. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, you're right. Right.
That's why he said. That's why he said it's a partnership.
Yeah, it's a partnership because I want when they went out in our semis, they had cable, They had TVs. I put crock pots. You know what I'm saying? Stuff they can. You
Hey,
know,
when you
Man,
talking
you
about
don't,
that,
you don't do
every
that.
time I
You
got
don't do that for
made
somebody,
them
every driver.
comfortable.
I'll go
Every
buy a
driver
comforter
don't need to
set
be
for
doing
them.
that.
Huh?
You don't do that for every driver. You can't do that for
No,
every driver.
No, you got
They
no.
to.
won't never.
You
Not
got
every
to.
driver. Some
Yeah.
drivers
why you
ain't gonna
say, hold on,
appreciate
why,
this.
hold on.
You'll
Why you
you'll never
say
put a load.
can't do that for every driver, Desmond?
Listen to
I
what
don't be
listen to
I
what
don't
I'm
be on
saying.
that road. I don't be
That's
on that road for a minute, and then you'll be having drivers looking at TV, looking at the football game. That be
no,
don't
no, no,
mess.
no, 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 no. This is what you don't want. You don't want your truck in a cave somewhere where you got to go look for it.
Yeah.
When you get
Oh,
them
you
that
talking
piece of,
about the GPS?
no, I'm talking about your driver.
Because the
You
Yeah.
driver
can't treat
will
your,
quit
you
and
can't
leave
treat
that
you
truck somewhere.
can't treat your driver like an employee in this game, because he is taking your equipment and he going way
Oh
somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to
Yeah.
talk.
I
You
know
don't
what you're talking about.
you don't
Yeah.
want
I,
to talk at the truck stop. You
yeah.
know,
I just went and got a truck for somebody.
right?
They
Okay,
do
so
it all the
You know
time.
what
It don't
I'm
matter
saying?
how many TVs you got in that motherfucker.
no,
They
no,
still
no, no.
No.
It does matter.
Hey, with the freight and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they
Yeah, you
left
can
the
Just
have
truck
a
with
cap.
the freight?
just
Yeah,
hey,
You
just
can have a cap.
put it. No, they took the truck and the freight and left it on one side of town, and they took the tractor and left it on
Yeah.
another side of town in a random apartment complex.
No,
What? Oh, they were mad at the
the
owner.
owner. Facts.
that's the
It don't
thing.
matter how many TVs you got in there. They
No,
still
I'm
gonna
not
do shit
saying
like that.
you got to have the TVs and all that. I'm saying
Yeah,
that you got
they'll
to
That's
mess
treat
up.
this
crazy.
man. You got to treat this person, woman, female, whatever, we're
Yeah,
gonna
you
be in
do.
your truck. You got to treat them like, hey, we in this together. I'm gonna show you.
What I tell my drivers, you want a TV, bring your own goddamn TV. I put a
That's
refrigerator
why
in
your
there.
truck could be in a cave somewhere.
Hey,
I
You
ain't
gotta
never
go find
had
it.
that. I put a
you
refrigerator in
what
there,
you call
and
the
that's it.
ungrateful boss.
No, I put a refrigerator in there, and that's it. That is done. Because you put that TV in there, if they get mad, they're gonna take that and the truck. It
That's
don't
the
matter
reason.
if they're gonna be mad at you or not. It depends on how the company treat them. You know what I'm saying? Then it be like,
That's part of the treatment.
yeah,
That's part of the treatment.
yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
that's part of the treatment.
Yeah, I
I'm
know that
not
part of the
saying,
treat, but
Hey,
I'm telling you,
yeah, I'm
that
not gonna
don't.
give you no truck and say, okay, here, go pick up these loads. And they looking at the truck, these old bare ass, ain't no mattress, ain't no nothing in there.
I mean, you
facts.
gotta have
Because
matches in there. I mean,
when I
It's
went and
a
bought
it's
the
a
truck, that's
it's a
how it was.
psychological
Nothing
thing.
was in there.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a
Some drivers
psychological
ain't
thing.
like that. Some drivers, they get in trucking just for that because they ain't got nowhere to stay. See, I've been doing this for a while. There's a
Yeah,
lot of homeless people on the road, man.
You
And
got that right.
they go in there
I
and get them
started like that.
TV.
I
Yeah,
started like that.
I mean, yeah, I've
Yeah,
been
I
semi-homeless
started
myself.
like that. Yeah,
I've been semi-homeless myself. You know, I had a
yeah.
place to go, but you know, I wasn't paying on rent nowhere. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about homeless people. You know,
They want to live in your truck.
they want to live in the truck.
In your
So
truck.
Is they
yeah, so
working?
I mean, some of them would probably. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying it's you have to. I understand what you're saying. You want to cater to your driver, make them comfortable. Some drivers appreciate that, but you got some drivers that take advantage of that and be late for every load. You know what I'm
See,
saying? Or
those you get rid of them people. It's just that
yeah,
simple. It's just
yeah.
that simple.
I mean, I see what you're saying
Yeah.
on the other side because, you know, if they real serious, they're gonna get that load anyway. You ain't got time to watch TV.
No,
Not with
yeah, they ain't got time to watch
not with
TV.
FedEx.
It's just the fact that they saying, "Damn, this dude really care about me. This
Yeah,
person,
yeah,
this company really care about because I'm calling. Hey, I'm calling them. Hey, listen, I sent you $50 for lunch on me. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because they out there with your equipment, and
Yeah.
you want to make sure they cool at all times. You know what I'm saying?
But
For real.
Hey,
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's when you can't send them that money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
You
You,
know,
if,
but you
if
know.
they ain't getting no
better
load,
have hey,
you
you
send
better
them to
have
them.
some money, Kent. We're gonna do a show called Horror Stories, but I got a question for you. How many times you done been on that road and you say, hey man, woo woo woo, this, that, and the other. Hey, I had to stop what I was doing to make it happen. You feel me?
Uh-huh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, hey man, we got this going on. I'm like, man. So y'all owners, when
You remember Liddell, right?
spend that $50, $100, whatever, you better go call your girlfriend, go bust a move, go hit a number. You better do something to make sure your driver is happy while he on that road. Because
let me tell you about Liddell. That was a driver we had, right?
From hell.
From hell. This is a
Oh,
driver from hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was out, me and my son was out in the hot shot. And the truck was in the shop. It just got done getting repaired and everything. And I had and he's supposed to be driving the truck. So I had a reefer trailer for him to pick up. So he went and picked up the reefer trailer, and then the load, he's gonna have to pick it up the next day. So he lives over, I don't know if y'all familiar with 29. Well, he live over on 29. It's a Walmart over there where they allow you to park trucks. At the Maroon.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the Walmart for whoever knows. That's where the truck was parked at with the trailer, with the reefer trailer. Okay, so me and my son, we weigh in. We headed to New Orleans with a load on the hot shot, and I'm calling like, did you pick up the load yet? He said no, because I got my broker calling me saying, what time is he coming to pick up the load? I said he should be already there picking up the load. So I'm calling, he not answering the phone, he not doing none of this stuff. So I get a text with just some pictures. I get a text of a picture of the trailer. It's a reefer trailer. It's got a whole cut down the side of it. He won't answer my call, but he's sending me a text. I had quit smoking for about 6 months. You know what I'm saying? My son was smoking. I saw the text. I said, man, give me one of your cigarettes. I'm like, give me another one.
Thanks, bro.
He's like, Dad, what's going on? And I showed him the picture. He said, what the fuck? You know? So the previous night where this truck was supposed to be parked at, he driving it. He over on Mountain Industrial, down there by where 78 is, McDonald's and all that. I think Martin is behind that. And it's a quick trip. You know they got truck parking over there. They got truck. You can park a truck at McDonald's.
Yeah.
This idiot took my whole 73-foot truck through McDonald's and tore up their awning. That's what ripped the side of my trailer.
Oh my God.
So
we had to pay for that too, bro.
We lost the
reefer
load.
trailer? Oh my God.
Reefer trailer, bro.
We lost the load and all that. So now it's like, Liddell, why did you take that truck up try to go through the drive-through with the truck? When it's all this parking out here. But the thing is, that's where them tricks be at. And
I mean, it's a lot of drivers like that. You know what I'm saying? You got no game.
Nah, he started out as a good driver though.
No, we didn't catch it. That's all. That we didn't catch it. He didn't start out as a good driver. We just didn't catch the shit that he was doing. It made sense after he did this. So he go through there, he rip up the side of the trailer. And his excuse was he was just trying to run in there and get him something to eat real quick. I said, so why you ain't parking on the side of the road where all the other trucks was at? He said, wasn't nobody in there. Wasn't nobody in there. But if you look at Beaver Ruin, he passed about, 2 or 3 McDonald's. He had one that was in a Kroger parking lot that he could have easily pulled up in. But he was over there. What he was doing was trying to do a quick turnaround, catch one of those hookers going through there.
Or either he one of those drivers that want to show everybody that you driving. So you might pull up into a very tight place and not even be thinking because you want to show out. You want to hop out right in front of where you're at so you can be seen. You know, a lot of drivers are like that too.
Yeah, the McDonald's was closed. I mean, it was like 11 at night.
If it ain't on the interstate, I ain't going. I always been that. If it ain't on the interstate, I ain't stopping.
Right.
Yeah, of course. So
so
this one I started figuring him out because I told him, because we didn't want to report it to our insurance, so we paid out of pocket to get this trailer fixed. And I put his ass right in the truck, and I got in the truck with him. I turned around from Louisiana and came back to Atlanta, and me and him got in the truck because he finna pay for this damn trailer. I don't give a damn how long you gonna do. I said either you gonna pay for it, or your wife gonna pay for it. One of y'all.
That's Desmond. That's a true story, bro.
I had to get gangster with this dude.
Yeah.
I put him in the truck for like 6 months, and that's when I really started learning that this dude been fucking up from the beginning. Because you remember that hot shot situation where he said the loads slid off.
Right.
That's because he don't pay attention. He don't pay attention to what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the truck with him, and it was like we don't pull it on the side of the road where I was gonna beat his ass one time. Because I'm just trying to teach you some stuff. He had about 2 years of experience when I finally got down to it. Because we had him with Goldie at first in the hot shot.
In the hot shot, right. And that's how we met him, through Goldie.
Yeah.
Goldie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, not me.
Hey, Ken, remember I told you it was 2 Goldies?
Uh-huh.
This is Goldie number 1 right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He just put his real name.
Okay, so yeah.
All right, so look, hold on.
Hold on.
You got
That's my man who I met, right?
Mike, because I know Mike got something to do. Mike, could you give us a horror story before you check out? And if you want, you can leave your company name, your Facebook, your Instagram. However, if somebody wants to contact you, you can leave that. And then if you want to check out, you can check out. If not, we're going to get ready to wrap it up in a minute.
Okay.
But I thank y'all for coming out.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't cutting y'all off. I'm just saying, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had a couple horror stories, but
Give
my
us a funny
main one, right? So my main horror story that was so much when I had just started, and I wasn't used to the mountain. Just like I say, I'm not a trucker. I just started about 3 years ago, and so I started off doing Amazon, but I was wondering why this load was going up to $3.50, $4.50 a mile, and one night I was doing the hot loads. I mean, if people don't know what that is, that means that load that just pop up all quick. They needed to go right then. It'll come up at sometime between 12 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning. You sit outside of the Amazon and then look at your phone. So this night, this one came up and it said, "Lookout Mountain." Hold on, y'all. It said Lookout Mountain. I ain't paying no attention to it. I done rolled with Desmond a couple of times and Desmond say, "Hey, Daddy, them houses up there, I mean, that's out there in Lookout Mountain." But you wouldn't think that post office would be up there. So you would think, I mean, people living up there. But the post office wouldn't be up there.
Exactly.
So this night I got the load. They said Lookout Mountain. It was paying about $3.75, $3.95 a mile. It was paying good. I mean, it picked it up about $11.30. Yeah,
that's good money. That's good money.
Yeah, it's good money. So I couldn't turn it down, but now I know why it sat there for a minute. So it had Chattanooga and Lookout Mountain. So I grabbed it, got the Chattanooga load. And I'm still thinking about the Lookout Mountain. I know it's up there, but I didn't think it was like that. Right. So now I get the load. I'm trying to leave Chattanooga. Post office got that load. It was foggy too. And so I finally go up there, going up the Lookout Mountain. Bruh. Then I got halfway up there where people stop and do the lookout, where the people look over
the scenic route.
You're right. The scenic part, whatever name you want to call it.
In a box
truck. Sitting up there looking over that was halfway, bro. That was halfway. And I said, "What? I gotta go more? I mean, I'm going up here. I mean, I'm
hey,
Mike,
Mike, did it feel like when you? I know you don't roll the roller coaster before, When you go,
Yes, sir, man. That thing was like that, man. I'm talking about nerve. And then you look over into the city of Chattanooga, and it looked like ant. You can look over that little small rail now. There's nothing to stop you from going over that rail. If someone bumped you, you gone. And then what makes it so bad, they got
Then you got to think, hold on. Then you got to think, if you going like that, you got freight in the truck.
Right. Hold on now. That's going up. That's going up now. So I'm going up, and you see these big rocks laying over the rail. I mean, rocks, you got a mountain on one side and a cliff on the other side. So now I'm going up there. I'm talking about nerve. I said, thank God I made it up there. Got up there, bro. Hold on. Got up there. Unloaded the truck and everything. I was telling the people, I say, how do y'all make it here? I mean, how do y'all come to work?
Yeah, because you got a lift gate on the back too. How you up like this, or did it go back to flat land?
No, I mean, it was just up climb. I mean, it wasn't just literally like that. But it was just.
So when you get to the top, what happens?
Right. So I got to the top, got to the post office. First thing, I made it. It level off once you get up.
Okay.
But you got to remember now, you got to come back down, bro. And so the first thing I told the lady, I said, how do y'all live up there? She said, you just be amazed how it is when it rains or snowing. And this was just a regular night. So I get up there, unloaded the truck, and lady say, hey, so your name Mike? I said, yes, ma'am. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but you forgot one of our pallet. You dropped it off in Chattanooga.
What?
So I said, what that mean? She said, we need that pallet.
We ain't coming back.
Yeah, so you mean to tell me, ma'am, I got to go back down.
Come back up.
And come back up there? She said, yes, I got to have it. But see, I was new in the game. I'm learning something. So this is a message to people. I didn't have to go back and get that pallet. That was Amazon mistake. And I didn't realize because everything on my truck scanned out. So other words, if it was her pallet, it had Chattanooga scan on there.
Yeah.
So did you go back and get it?
Oh, yes, sir.
Whoa.
Bro.
Damn, so you had to make the trip twice.
That's
right,
where
bro.
that's the same place
miserable night
Darrell was
I
cussing me out
ever
about.
had in my life, man. I'm shaking on the lead. I had a brand new pair of Ray-Ban. I don't know where that.
Oh, you lost the glasses?
Oh, yeah, I lost them. I lost them somewhere at that post office somewhere.
That's
bro.
the same place Darrell was
I mean, if you wanted that horror story, that's the worst I had.
There it is.
You remember Darrell said?
I think I may have been to that one right there. That's why I was trying to listen to the way you talk about it in Lookout Mountain.
Yes, sir.
I deliver postal as well, but it might be in the it might be in the 48-foot trucks. It might be in the 48-foot trailers or the 53. So,
yeah.
You know.
Oh no, bro, 53 can't go up there.
No, not that way because you on a 2-lane.
Right. You on a curve. They said 53-footer can't go up that bit.
No, you can't.
So what kind of truck?
No, bro.
But see, Lookout Mountain is long though. It's a lot of different.
It's a lot of different spots.
It's a lot of different spots.
The end that he talking about, you can't go up there.
You can't go up there,
biggest
bro.
you can go in
They
there,
got
that
mirrors
box truck.
going around the curb, so
you really shouldn't be in that box truck because it's a 2-lane, and when you making them turn them curves,
right?
You over into the other lane.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's another car. That's where Darrell was at. See, what happened with Darrell was he went up the mountain because it was dark, and he got caught because the sun started coming out. It was light, and when he saw where he had been and where he had to come down, he on my phone top of my bed. I can't come down this thing.
Yes, sir, boy. It's rough, bro.
Because Mike, when you went, it was dark. It was nighttime.
It was dark.
Burn your brakes.
I said when Mike went out there, when you went up the hill, was it nighttime or daytime?
Well, it was dark when I first went up there, going to daybreak. But the second time I went,
before you double back to go get the load from Chattanooga.
Right. Darrell got caught up there because that was his last stop.
Right.
he did another one before that, and that was his last stop. And it was still dark when he got to the post office. But while he was unloading, the sun came out. And he didn't know that other lane on the other side was straight cliff.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy, bro.
Bro, they can have that run there.
That's why he was telling y'all he's not going back up the mountains.
No, I'm not going there, bro.
And you don't care if they're paying you $1,000 a mile.
They can have it, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. With that being said, we're gonna wrap this up, Mike.
Okay.
Been a great host, Ken.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. Alex, I appreciate y'all for coming to the show. Hey, we got many more shows to go, so everybody is welcome back to come. I'm gonna give y'all the details, and we're gonna keep this thing going, man. But hey, the people need to hear this. So anybody, if you want to get on the show, you can hit me at info@trustnodesigns.com. I'm gonna put all that in the chat. Alex, do you have any social media handles that you want to give the people, just in case they may want to follow you on Facebook, Instagram, or you got?
Right now I'm revamping all my stuff. So on the next episode, I'll give it to you because I'm just now.
Okay, cool.
I'm going. I'm going head first in with all my my stuff.
Right.
You know
okay, cool.
So
Alex,
I'm getting them the improvised one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Desmond, you can give out your social media handles.
I really ain't got mine either. I'm just like him. You know what I'm saying? This right here is something new to me. But
okay, cool.
If anybody listening and got some loads, they got some loads for some.
They runs.
Yeah, they can.
Nice coming, man.
Mike, my dad, what's the email address you want? Just send you a load or anything?
Yes, sir. Send me the load to Grand. So the name of my company is Grand Transportation Inc. But the email is grand@mchsi.com, and that stands for Mediacom High Speed Internet. If you want to, .com. Send me, man. We are looking for dedicated loads in this area. We box truck company. Right. So anybody got anything, please let me know. And the same here.
Check that.
We
check
will
that
be having the show.
I gave you. It's direct freight load board.
Okay. Sure will, Ken, man. Appreciate that.
It's geared for the box truck and everything else other than the semi. You're really not going to find a whole lot of stuff for the box truck on the dashboard.
Right.
And if it's on the dashboard, it's going to be on that one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate and as far that. As you, Alex, look at that driveway option that we.
Okay.
Yeah. That might be very well interested in. If you don't really feel like being in dock doors no more.
Yeah. Thanks. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of them dock doors pay. They worth the time on that dock door. So it ain't always bad,
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. But host, one thing before I go,
can I mention what's the question, Mike?
Yeah, for the next episode, on this one, we got to let them know back to the Amazon. We're
gonna ride. You're gonna be our Amazon guy because there's so many young individuals that want to get in the game and they don't know how to get in the game. So they need to hear these stories. They need to hear what's going on because a lot of these guys, they're just telling the people, oh, you can make this amount of money.
Yeah.
But they're not giving you the back door scenes of what's going on, the inner workings of it. And by us being in the game, I feel like it's our duty to let the people know what they are getting themselves into. Because even like me, you ain't hear me talking about my horror stories, but I think I'm gonna do a show specifically for horror stories, just talking about.
At the end of the show, we should have a horror story.
Yeah.
At the end of the show.
Hey, Brian, I got plenty of them.
I know you do.
Buying the truck.
Yeah. Especially because I've heard good things about doing the Amazon freight, and I heard bad. So that's what I'm saying. I like to hear different perspectives from different people And
Right.
it's up to me to finalize and decide if that's what I want
because
to
on
do.
social
Well,
media,
Right.
you ain't gonna hear them say,
No.
"Hey, hold on, you got a score to go." They just say, "Hey, I can show you how to make this money."
Well, right.
Like me, nah,
Right,
little
exactly.
buddy, slow down, dog. You giving
Yeah,
them the wrong information, G.
that punctuality is everything. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Facts. And that's what
You
we
know?
come in at. We're gonna give them the game from the trucking, the trailer, the brokers.
Right.
It's so much game to give. You
Yeah.
dig?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The power
Because
tip.
I did
You know
relay.
what I'm saying?
Because what is it called? The tractor is relay or something like that.
I'm
What
sorry.
you
Oh,
With
Amazon
With
relay.
the Amazon. I
Amazon
think it's
relay.
Amazon relay.
Yeah,
I think.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The middle
Hey.
miles.
Yeah, I did
Y'all
that
out,
one day.
Amazon.
For the
I
box
did-
truck,
I
it's
did
called
that-
middle mile.
Yeah, I did that one day, and when I got back with that truck, you know, I just wanted to make sure they got everything, you know.
Hey, lucky you ain't
Yo,
leaving the truck out on the road, huh?
No. It's just simple fact. I'm not about to drive no slow truck, and number two, I'm not about to be in no truck with all them buzzers and all them sounds going off the whole trip.
Right.
You know what
Oh,
I'm
you
saying?
talking about something else?
No, he talking about them trucks
That's
be
exactly
having
what I
government.
want to talk about. on the
Look,
next
check it
episode.
out. Check it out. Because I want you to hold that story, and I'm gonna
Okay.
remind you. But listen,
Okay.
Desmond, remember last night when we talked about guys that may have got an infraction on their CDL?
Right.
Kenton will have a story to tell you about that. And remember when they tried to play you in that little town saying you were speeding in the box truck, which had a governor on it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And then
Oh,
that what drove you to what's going on. It's clear now, but that's what put the infraction on your license, correct?
Right.
So we're gonna talk about that on the next episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so yeah, we got a lot to talk about now, but
Yeah.
Mike, I really want you back on the show, man.
Yes, sir.
You got a
Yes,
lot
sir.
to
I'm
talk
coming
about.
back. I'm coming back. I
Okay,
really
say less.
enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot than really helping someone. I
Facts.
really learned a lot from Ken, so I really appreciate it.
Hey, this is the guy behind it. This the mob boss right here. He the one behind the scenes on everything that you see, and everything is we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get to it, but
Awesome.
trust me. All right, y'all. So hey, y'all boys have a good night. I appreciate y'all. Thank
All right,
y'all.
y'all have a good one.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
take it easy, man.
All right,
Bye-bye.
peace.